Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a little bit of a school update, school work, not school, if that makes sense. For those of you who don't know, I am a special education paraprofessional at an elementary school. I work with ECSE, which is early childhood, which is anywhere from 2.5 to 5 years old, all the way up to third grade. So basically, that really has nothing to do with what I am talking about as far as like the whole special education type of thing. My big update today is that I have literally been sick since the students came back to the classroom. And I've talked to a few like first year teachers, and they say that it's really common for like your very first year of education or working with kids for you to be sick like all the time. And I have literally been sick since August 29th, with pretty much no break. Right now, I don't know if you can hear, but I am congested and I'm not as sick as I have been, but part of that is because I've been taking allergy medicine. And let me just tell you, like, the students that I work with, a lot of them have issues as far as like hygiene. They touch everything, they put everything in their mouth, like on a daily basis. I could be spit on, I could be scratched, I could be hit, punched, kicked, bit. It all just kind of depends, because when you work in special education and when you work with kids that don't necessarily know any other way of communication other than like behaviors or physically responding, because verbally they may not be able to express themselves. Like I've had kids grab my arm and wipe their boogers all over my arm. It's just part of the job. I've been trying to do whatever possible to like make sure that I'm as healthy as I possibly can be. I know that like there's a lot of times where there's really nothing that I could have done differently to avoid like getting sick, but it's like the first day of school, some of our kids came in with sniffles and coughs and sneezing, and the very next day I have been, yeah. So it hasn't been COVID because I did test, and every time that I have tested, because like certain symptoms, I was a little bit nervous about like potentially being COVID. So I've tested, and every single one that I have taken has turned up negative, thank God, knock on wood. But, as far as I know, there hasn't been any of our students that have been out with COVID, but I definitely have had like a horrible cold. I've been taking Theraflu every night, like every school night at least, just to kind of help me be able to sleep without coughing. I have cough drops. I have just got allergy medicine yesterday from Walmart, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, from Walmart, the non-drowsy kind. So I've been taking that before I go to school, and that has helped, because it kind of sucks when you're trying to like take care of kids and teach them and help them learn and get to where they need to be, and do whatever they need you to do for them, if you can't really like function. And yeah, I hate having to work being sick, but at the same time, I feel like if I didn't go to work, then I would also be like letting my students down, as well as the lead teacher in our room and the other paraprofessional. We have all been working sick, and like today, the other para had come to school to work, and she had an eye infection. And so she had sunglasses on all day. She was making sure that she was taking precautions. She was having to stop every hour to put eye drops in. And the lead teacher in our room that just got back from maternity leave last month, or earlier this month, I should say, she has cancer. So she's going through cancer treatments, but still showing up to work. So I think all of us realize just how important we are in these kids' lives. And even though we probably should be taking care of ourselves better, We also kind of feel like we're in a bind. Like, we know that if we didn't show up, then these kids would just kind of be left on the back burner because they trust us. They've formed bonds with us, and it's important for us to show up for these kids. Obviously, I wouldn't go to work if I had COVID. I would not go to work if I had some sort of communicable disease or contagious illness, because a lot of these special needs children have health problems as well, or they are vulnerable medically, on top of like their learning disability or whatever other issues may be going on. So I do keep that in mind, but like I said, I've been sick since August 29th, and it hasn't been fun. It's been a journey. It definitely hasn't been fun. I've been trying to adjust. I've been doing the best that I can. I have only missed one day of school at this point, and that was for a doctor's appointment that I had like a planned absence for, so I had a substitute. I didn't actually call out. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If any of you guys have worked in education or any other job where like you've been sick from basically the time you started, let me know what type of job you are working, because I'm curious if this happens in other professions as well. Like I said, I work in an elementary school, mainly with students who are age 2.5 to 5, with a couple of third graders, first graders thrown in there, and kindergartners, I should say. So anyways, that's all for today's video. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys next time.